In this video, I'm going to answer the question, should I be using long or short subject lines? Now, this is something you should be testing in your own market, but typically short, succinct email subject lines are better. It's important to follow the recommendations I've given you in other videos in this series covering content and the actual subject line wording, because it's pointless sending an email if the subject line isn't strong enough to get people to open your message no matter how long or short it is. A good benchmark is to keep subject lines less than 50 characters unless you have a really good reason to make them longer, and personally I can't think of any good reasons to make them longer. And if many of your readers are using mobile devices to access their email, which a lot of them are now, subject lines of less than 20 characters are best. So ideally use a short subject line and then include as much information about what the full message is about at the very beginning of your message. You'll be catering to both your web and mobile readers. And I've got some examples here. These are from Frank Kern, who's probably one of the best email copywriters on the planet. And the first two you see there were a split test he did because I'm on a couple of his lists. The first one says free in brackets live advanced training from Frank. So you know straight away who it's from because the from field is Frank Kern. And the second split test was new advanced training from Frank. And he would have been split testing this to see which one was opened the most. And then what he does is he chooses the message that was opened the most, and then he uses that subject line, and then he sends it to people who didn't open the message with the other subject line. Another one he uses is watch this new video from Frank. Now you can take this format and use it for anything. You could say free, new report shows you how to this, new report on this from you, or new advanced training from you, or watch this new video from you, or read this new report from you. That's the kind of thing you can use this template for to get people to open your messages. And here's another great example of a subject line and an entire message from Frank that gets him huge open rates and click-through rates. The subject line was from Frank, webinar replay link, and the message just says, looks like you missed the webinar. Fortunately, I've posted the replay link for you here, which is a hyperlink. Enjoy Frank. That's all it was. And he gets huge numbers of people to click through on these short messages because it tells you exactly what you're going to get, and it urges you to click on that link to go through and watch the webinar. In the webinar, he gives you great content and then he sells you something at the end. Very good strategy, and Frank's making a fortune doing email marketing. So it's something you should be modeling for your own business.